Have more traffic in sales, huh? You want to, and you know what I'm doing? I'm going into a, okay, there's the recording, there's the streaming. Boom, we are live. Hey, good morning, everybody. Greg Ryder and Candace coming at you. Today's training for Launch Cart, Launch Academy, everything you got going on. It's going to be good. So today is going to be cool. Here's what I'm going to start with. You ready for some mindset stuff? Mindset minute. Now, this is going to be a little combination of things. But the first thing is, and I heard this, so I'm stealing this from somebody else, because that's what I do. It's like I don't invent any of this stuff. I read my books, I listen to my tapes, and I go, wow, that's good. And then I share it with you guys. Okay. How about this quote? One of our major goals should be, quote, I want to be famous in my own home. I want to be famous in my own home. And it was a quote that I heard at this event I just came home from the main speaker. He's like, look, I didn't want to be the dad that was working out of the office and gone all the time and traveling all the time. I wanted to be famous in my own home. I wanted to spend time with my kids. I wanted to spend time with my family. I wanted that lifestyle that I am famous in my own home. And I thought, wow, that is so good. Like Candace wants to be famous in her own home with little Kamaya Jane and being there for her kid. So I want you guys to think about that going, how does that resonate with you, right? And again, it comes back to stuff that we talk about all the time is what is our why? What is it we want to accomplish? How do we be famous in our home? What does that look like? And tie that all into your daily routine, right? And then your daily routine kind of comes back to, what is the product or service you're offering that's going to solve some problems or put a smile on somebody's face or make them happy. So I think tying those two things together, going, what is my goal? I want to be famous in my own home. I thought that was a cool thing to think about and a cool thing to kind of meditate about going, how does that resonate with you? And how do you want to be, and again, for all of you guys that have kids and parents, and I remember I went through a period of time in my life where I said, hey, I'm not working on weekends. And I used to coach, I used to, I probably didn't make every single game, every football game, every cheerleading, every baseballs, but I went to almost all of my kids' games, and I used to coach a lot too. But I used to work weekends all the time, and I'm not working weekends anymore. I turned off at Friday night, and I turned it back on Monday, and I got in that habit of doing that. It worked really well for me for a long time. Now I'm back to working weekends because I'm an empty nester. Okay.
I was like, you don't have anyone in the house, but now all he does is work.
Yeah. Okay. So you got any comments on that, Candace?
I like that. Never heard that before, but I like that. And I think it's like, what does it mean to be famous then? I mean, I guess a good famous, that's someone who, is in alignment with your values, who's a role model, who you aspire to be. So if you're famous in your own household, it's like you are that person, you're that role model to your household. And Joel goes, I live alone with no pets, so I really am famous in your own home. You are.
That's awesome.
So I like that. That's different. It's a good way to look at it. It's like, how do you want to show up in your household? Because you're gonna inspire and motivate and empower whoever you're around. So even if you are alone, you still have a circle of friends. So who do you want to be famous for?
Yeah, no, and Joel said that's a great t-shirt for sure. And I had the exact same thought, Joel, going, that is a great t-shirt for people that want to be balanced, caring, loving, CEOs of their own business. So that's a really cool design.
You know what we need to do, you guys? We need to create a store. And honestly, I'm going to go create it. So no one take this name. We've already said it before, though. Ryder's Wisdom. And then of all these sayings and quotes that my dad loves, if they're not trademarked, we got to create a store with that. Because there's always these sayings that you come up with and say. And you're always like, that would be a good t-shirt. So we need to make just like a t-shirt collection of these sayings. And it'll just be Ryder's Wisdom.
And I like that. Let's do it. Okay. So today's training, what I want to kind of do is it's very thoughtful. It's very strategic, and it's very philosophical in nature. And it really has a lot of focus on LaunchCart CRM. So all the launch shops partners that, that are on here listening, think about from this, but it also applies to everything. It applies to everything. So here's where it starts. So today's training, and it's like the 3 simple things that you must understand to drive more traffic and sales with your online business. Okay. 3 simple things. Now, they're simple to understand. They might not necessarily be simple to execute if you don't understand what's available to you, but they're 3 simple things. So let's go over them. So the first thing is visibility. Look, in order for you to do business, you just started your hair care business, you just started your t-shirt store, you just started your e-commerce business, you started your restaurant. I don't care what business you're starting. You sell real estate, you're in title insurance. It doesn't matter. You have to be visible. You have to be visible. Very simple concept. You have to be visible. And I know there's some of us that don't want to be on video, that don't want to be out there, but that's okay. But you have to be other ways to be visible. So if with your e-commerce store, you want to get more sales and traffic to your e-commerce store, you have to be visible. And there's really 2 ways to be visible. One way is organic. You post stuff on social media, you invest time, and you post stuff on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Pinterest, all these different places. You get listed on the various, places that you can get listed. Google My Business, things of that nature. And you become visible. You are not going to make any sales. You are not going to drive any traffic if your billboard is built and it's beautiful and it's in the basement. No one ever sees your billboard, meaning your store, your business, your products, your services, right? And then, as somebody said, she's reading a book that Candace recommended, the compound effect kicks in. And I've said this over and over again. Small things done consistently over long periods of time guarantee success, guarantee results. Guarantee results. So if you want to be visible, you have to make posts. You have to do posts. Or you can go advertise. You can buy traffic. Both of them cost money. Some people think organic doesn't cost money, but it does because it costs you time, and time is money. And maybe you don't have money, so you have to exert the time. That's okay. The combination of both is the best, organic with paid media, but visibility is critical. And again, Launch Shops partners, we give you content. We've posted it in our Google Drive. We give you content to post. You could be posting that on a regular basis. Now, let me show you a cheat method, okay? Let me show you a cheat method how to be visible posting let me share my screen. And I tried to show that FTP traffic the last training. That didn't go too well. That didn't work, and I couldn't remember how to use it. But here we go. I am now logged into LaunchCart CRM. Now, I know some of you don't have LaunchCart CRM, but I want to show you one of the reasons you might want to upgrade and get LaunchCart CRM. I'm at the marketing tab, and I'm at the social media planner, and I've showed you guys the social media planning before. And I've showed you how you can go down here and you can see the different posts that we've done, and you can reschedule them, and you can reuse them, that kind of stuff. But I'm going to show you something else. New post. And I showed you guys how to create a new post. I haven't showed you how to upload from CSV, but we'll do that training someday. I haven't showed you how to use Content AI, but let me show you social planning templates. Wait, what do you mean? You guys have social media planning templates? Yep, hundreds of them, thousands of them. Now again, most of the templates are for various services, but let's look. Automotive, beauty and fashion, coaching, category, or those look like tests, creative, financial, health and wellness, holidays. So let's say Candace has a new client in the beauty and fashion, and we go glamorous hair care, hair salon, day spa. I'm going to go click on view this one. There's 25 posts in here. And So you've probably heard of wellness centers and day spas, but did you know they're two different, right? There's 25 pre-made posts in here. That's like a month worth of posts. Now, can you just use them as is? Yeah, you could. Depending on your business, you could just use these as is and put your link in here. Now, is that an A? Like, let's grade things on an A, B, C, D, E, and F. If you're not posting, you're getting an F. You're failing. By using these templates, that's going to at least get you to a C. You're going to be having a passing grade, right? And you can use them for inspiration. You can use them for ideas. There's nothing proprietary about these things. And then once you kind of get going, and we'll teach on this in the future, how do we use artificial intelligence? How do we use Canva to create these as well, right? But the bottom line is you have to be visible. And if you're in the automotive space, if you're in the financial space, look at all these templates: tax services, credit repair, mortgage financing, credit counselor, bookkeeping. You have to be visible. Now, did you guys know that we have all these templates? All these templates are here and ready for you to go. Uh-oh, there's some holidays. Holiday Christmas. I need some Christmas posts. I don't have any Christmas posts. Here's some Christmas posts.
Oh, that's
I'm being
cool.
honest. They start watching Christmas movies well before the decorations go up. This helps you be visible. It helps you get going. And again, am I saying they're the best? No, I'm not saying they're the best. I'm just saying it's better than nothing. And you get in the habit of doing it and then getting them going and then get it going. Now, I would say to those who are serious about your business, you're really committed to your business, start to use Canva and other places and get 30 or 40 or 60 posts for your business with your product images and your sayings and your stuff and your hashtags linked. Literally, it's 2 or 3 hours worth of work with ChatGPT and Canva and some of the tools we have out there. Put them in the social media planner and then just schedule them and recycle them. And be present on your social media every day. Be visible on your social media every day. It only takes, and again, going to your e-commerce, it's going to drive sales, it's going to drive clicks, it's going to drive engagement. For the Launch Shops partners, you're going to get customers. It's going to get you customers. So you have to be visible. Okay, that's number one. And if you're not willing to be visible either with paid media or social media, then you're just pretending to be an online business. You really have to take this serious. Okay, so you have, number one is you have to be visible. Number two, you have to be attractive. Right? The more attractive you are, the more likely somebody's going to engage with you and your brand, right? So you have to be attractive, which is kind of why we have the Launch Shops Partners program. It's why we teach and train people how to make beautiful launch cart stores. It's why we have site makeovers and we do done for you stores, because our certified store builders can make your store much more attractive than the average person. Now, the average person can do it after they go through the learning curve. So if you're going, hey, I want time to market, speed to market, pay one of our Launch Shops partners to help you with a site makeover, to tune your site up or to build your store for you, because you got to be attractive. And again, we don't have templates for LaunchCart yet, but we're going to be coming out with templates for LaunchCart. But let me show you something else. Again, going back to serving the needs of the marketplace and helping people to be more attractive. A lot of people that we run into have stores and sites that are not very attractive. They're not very good. And if you go over here to LaunchCart in our CRM and you click sites and you click websites and you click new website and you go from templates, there's over 1,000 templates. And Candace, I want you to show what you did for your client here coming up in a minute, because it was such a beautiful job you did. Okay. So I want you to show that. So get that queued up for your free sample. Okay. But again, the point is, if somebody has a really outdated, old, and ugly website, and they're a restaurant, they're an automotive store, they're a beauty and fashion, and you're building them a done-for-you store, or you're marketing to them as a consultant, or your site needs a makeover, there's thousands of templates in here. And again, are they AAA sites, and are they just the most beautiful site ever? No, but they're not bad. They're not bad. And they're all built and they kind of function and they're clean and they're there. So are they perfect? No, but if you're failing with a bad, unattractive website and you say, let me look at some of these templates and see how I can use the template to build a new site for my business, then these things, take you from maybe a flunk or a D to a C, right? So again, and whether you use a template or not, the goal is you want to be visible and you want to be attractive. And another thing that we want to say about being attractive is languaging, headlines, words, subheadlines, product descriptions, product titles. If you don't invest the time in your product titles and in your product descriptions, you're not very attractive. So again, if I'm trying to sell a design that says, be famous in your own home, not really describe the philosophy or the meaning or the depth behind be famous in your own home, I'm not going to make as many sales and I'm not going to be as attractive as I would be if I did. Does that make sense? Is everyone following along so far? All right, Candace, you want to show that page that you recently built?
Sure.
It's a very attractive page. I was so proud and so happy to see what she did. It was amazing.
Okay, do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
So you guys, if I have any launch shoppers listening, I have a client who I'm helping her with her social media actually. And what do you know? This is an upsell right here. Building out a landing page. And I am not a landing page expert. Like, I don't do this. What you're going to see, I'm proud of myself. I'm like, I can't believe I did this. And my dad was super proud of me. He was like, kept complimenting me. And I'm like, okay, Dad, thanks for the compliments. But I literally just used the template that was in the CRM. Like this, everything you see is a template. All I did was change out the images and the text. And I'm going to scroll in a minute. And then the next thing I did was I went to ChatGPT and I literally gave all the information of the brand, the product, what the offer is. And then I just literally told it like, okay, I'm using a template. There's a column with 2 columns. On the left side, there's this. On the right side, there's this. What text should I put in? So I just want you guys to know that what you're seeing, like, this is so doable, and it's even more doable when there's templates. And that's why I'm like falling more and more in love with the CRM. So right here is going to be my lead magnet, my landing page to acquire leads and to get people to try her product. So try before you buy. Just cover shipping and handling. You scroll down. Why choose our Goddess Glow Pro Aging Serum? I got the benefit points. All this was in here. All I did was change out the icons, the text. I changed the colors to her branding. Try it for only $4.97. Sample, more benefits. Right here, claim your samples. I actually have this going to her Shopify store because she's a Shopify user. But that's pretty cool. I'll scroll down. This looks so beautiful, you guys. I'm like still like, wow, this is so cool. And then there's a little testimonial section here from our customers, and then scroll down, just some Q&A or questions and answers. So all of this was built in the CRM with a template. Like literally all I did was change out colors, text, and images. And I did it in like 2 days, but it could have been done in 1 day, but I was just taking my time.
How much time wise, like hours? 2 hours, 10 hours, 3 hours?
I would say probably 3 to 4 hours.
And this was your first time doing it, so the next time it would be faster.
Yeah, and honestly, the reason why it took me longer was I was going in ChatGPT, and I was like, when I feel like whenever you're starting a new chat in ChatGPT, you're coaching it. I'm talking to it to get familiar with the brand I'm working with, and then also I was creating these images. I wanted to make them look really nice, so I was but more so on the template side. Once I had my content created and the text, that part took me probably like over an hour, maybe, just adding in the images and text. Because the templates were like everything was there. All I was doing was copy, paste. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Good job, Candace. So again, now and again, this strategy, she said this is an upsell. It's not an upsell. This is a lead magnet.
No,
That's a
I meant like
customer acquisition.
no, I meant no, to my client it was an upsell. Like
Oh, it was an upsell to your
I
client. Yeah, yeah.
build stores, and that's why I was saying to my launch shoppers. That's why I think it's important to like learn the CRM and get in it, because not only can you be building merch stores, but you could be like, hey, and additional services, I will build you a lead magnet, which that's what he just said. When he just said this is a lead magnet. So, and I see some people in here who are launch shop partners. So I want you guys to start thinking like that, like, oh, if I continue to learn this, yeah, I can add on more services and I get to charge more, you know. So it's like a win-win. It's a win-win for you, and it's a win-win for your client customer, because they will like my client's so excited for this.
Yeah, no, it's very good. So, and again, she's in e-commerce. She's got her hair care
Skin.
or not her hair care, skin care, and that's going to be the free samples, and then free samples are going to lead into a funnel, and
Mhm.
they're just going to keep building that out for her and helping her get a list, get people to try it, get testimonies, right? So being visible, right? Being attractive, getting testimonies. Okay, so it's really a really simple concept is making your images and your stuff look good and with this other caveat of I don't like it when people spend so much time of reamping and reamping and reamping. I've seen people on LaunchCart build their store over 5, 6, 7 times and
Mhm.
never launch and never
Mhm.
launch. Oh, I didn't like it, so I start over. Oh, I didn't like it, so I start over. I didn't like it, so I start. So there's that fine line of no launch, get going, and then figure out what your hero products are and start investing in that and start there. Okay, so be visible, be attractive. And then here's another one that I've really never coached and taught on, but this event I went to, I listened to this really carefully. I thought this is really important. Be easy to talk to. Like be easy to talk to, be easy to communicate with. Think about it. You're online, you're trying to sell online, you're trying to sell to strangers. They don't know you, you don't know them. They don't trust you because they don't know you. And you're trying to get them to give you money online, and you're hiding your address, you're hiding your phone number, you're hiding your chat widget, you don't have live chat. It really does hinder your ability to make sales. And so I'm like, wow, it really is kind of an important epiphany for me because, I'm kind of visible. I have a following and people know, like, and trust me because I speak on stage and I travel, I do a lot of stuff. But I'm like, I have to be more visible. Candace has to be more visible. Candace is always working on being more attractive. I really have to work at being attractive. I mean, look at that, right? um, but this idea of being more accessible and easy to communicate with, you're going, okay, that is interesting. So again, going back to LaunchCart CRM, we have the ability to add a chat widget to your website. And the chat widget to your website is something that, let me share my screen again. I've never really put the emphasis on the chat widget like I'm going to now because and I'll tell you why here in just a second. But the idea is you come in here to your dashboard, you click on sites and you click on chat widget, and then now we have the code and the chat widget you can put on your website and get people to communicate. And there's all kinds of different features and functionality here. And we can have an intro message. You can put a photo of who you want here. So if it's Candace, you can put her picture here. And you can enable custom greetings. You can program what kind of information you grab from them for them to chat with you. You can do different things. Do you have a question? Intro message, and more and more and more artificial intelligence is helping us with these chat agents, or this chat widget, so you can get in a conversation with somebody and get them going, right? But again, you're an e-commerce store. Somebody has a question about your product, about the size, about the fitting, about the colors, about the shipping time, about whatever, and you make it hard for them to communicate with you, you're going to lose sales. Whereas you make it easy to communicate with you, you're going to make sales. And so one of the really cool things that I like about our CRM is we have our conversations tab, and all of the Instagram tabs, all our Instagram messages, all the email messages, all the text messages, everything comes into one place. And I'm not going to really show that off because there's, customer data there. But the idea is we have what we call the communication center. And the communication center, you can get on your phone. We have an app called Lead Connector, and you get the Lead Connector app on your phone. And now the chat widgets come in to talk to you here. Your emails come in to talk to you here. Your Facebook messages come in to talk to you here. Your Instagram messages come in to talk to you here. And guess what? If you set up your Google My Business and you get hooked up with Google My Business, people can chat with you right from Google search. So now you're making yourself more visible, more attractive, and easy to find, easy to communicate with. Especially with Google search. If somebody types in, custom, merch stores built, and Candace's store comes up, launch your merch, and they try to call Candace and she didn't answer the phone, and they find number 2 and they call number 2 and they answer the phone, who's getting the business? Number 2. So we have the chat widget where you can chat right from Google, but we also have missed text callbacks because we can issue everybody a phone number. The phone number costs $1.17 a month. And then you get your own phone number. You can put on your website. You can put all the internet. And then when somebody tries to call your phone number, if you don't answer it, because you can have it forwarded to your regular phone, and then people don't know your regular phone number, you can do missed text callback. And it will text them back going, hey, this is Candace. I'm sorry I missed your call. How can I help you with your merch store? How can I help you with what you're doing? Would you like to book an appointment? And the AI kind of kicks in. It'll book appointments for you. It'll tell people where to go look. It'll give you people the pricing. Oh, I was wondering what it costs. Oh, let me send you our pricing table. Boom, kick it over there. So again, this idea that you're easy to communicate with is a whole cool thing. And I remember back when we were doing Skinny Girl, and we were doing thousands of orders a month. We added live chat to the website thinking it was an expense, but it really became an income center because we added live chat to this e-commerce store as a support thought process. Going, oh, we want to have support, answer questions, but we got more questions about sales. And so as the people that were doing those live chat supports got familiar with the product and the sizes and the return policy and all the questions people asked, they ended up making sales. They were converting, visitors into sales. And I'm going to tell you one other quick little story, which is really kind of cool. And then we'll open up for Q&A. My son Joshua, when he was 15 years old, I was a hang glider pilot, and I've been flying forever. And I've taken the kids flying a lot, and I always wanted to fly with my kids. And my wife says, no, you got to promise me that you won't ever ask them if they want to learn how to hang glide. But if they ask you, that's okay. But I don't want you pushing the kids into flying just because of the danger of the sport. And so we had that agreement. And then one day, my son Josh, he says, Dad, I want to fly. I want to learn how to fly. And I'm like, you heard it, honey? So I took I took Joshua to the hobby store, and we bought a remote control airplane. And it was a non-motorized remote control sailplane, actually. And I took him to the beach, and we were learning how to fly and teaching him the laws of flight and wind and that kind of stuff. And my son, he took this plane and let me fly it, and I crashed it and broke it. And then he ended up re-engineering this plane so he could crash it and fly and crash it and fly. And it was like, and then we would go to these places and fly this plane. And people go, hey, where'd you get that plane? And my son would say, well, I made it, I built it. And so he came up with a name called Rocket Wings. And then he started building planes for people. People go, oh, yeah, I'll give you $300. And he was charging people, he was like 15 years old, charging people $300 to build a plane for him. We actually made we took this thing in my backyard. It was like a 10 by 10 thing. And we made this whole plane building thing. And it was like, he was so intuitive. And so he ended up creating a website called Rocket Wings. And he would post in forums and post online and get people to come to his website. And he came to me one day and he goes, Dad, you're not going to believe it. He said, I installed live chat on my website, and every single person that I got to engage with me in a conversation, in a live chat conversation, I sold him a plane. I'm like, live chat? What is that? Because I'm talking like this goes back to like 2002 or 3 or 4. So it was a long time ago. It was maybe even 1997, 2000. It was a long time ago. There was only one company at that point that had live chat. And I'm like, what? What's live chat? And he goes, oh, you put this little bubble on your website, and you can even initiate a chat with somebody going, hey, I see you're searching our website. Can I ask any questions for you? So he'd be sitting there after school, and when he'd see one visitor come on his website, he'd initiate a thing going, hey, can I answer any questions about Rocket Wings? He'd get him in a chat, and then he would close them on a $300, $400, $500 plane. The next thing you know, he's making $4 or $5 grand a month, building 10 planes a month, 15 planes a month online, because he made it easy for people to communicate and get their questions asked. So how cool is that, right? So I just can't emphasize enough that everyone's got to figure out a way to get live chat on their website, figure out a way to have artificial intelligence and AI man that chat, because none of us can be around 24/7 to answer those questions, but AI can help save some sales and answer some questions and get that going. Of course, with Launchcart's CRM and all of our capabilities of CRM, we can get that going. So that kind of wraps up the thought process of be visible, be attractive, and be easy to talk to. And I think in e-commerce, it's not quite as important. I mean, you want to have the live chat, and you want to be able to be people, hey, there's my phone number, here's their address, increase the trust. But I'll tell you what, you're a realtor, you're in title insurance, you're a landscaper, you're a home services, carpet cleaner, those businesses that they talk to people and sell people stuff. It's critical that they are easy to communicate with and easy to talk to. And for the Launch Shops partners, that's just another selling point. And I'm going to put together a really nice PowerPoint presentation, and I'm going to start creating some training of this process that we can all use to post. And then we'll try to create some templates for your LaunchCart CRM. And then you guys can just post all day about this, because every business wants more sales. Every business wants more leads. Every business wants more income, and they need these 3 things. And our software delivers on those 3 things. All right, Candace. So what did you think? Because I told you you haven't heard this before.
I like it all. It gets me more and more excited, and I really love what you shared about just being more visible and how that it literally pays off. And just speaking for myself and speaking just for my brand, Dope Mamas, or just for my own agency, Launch Your Merch, the more I show up, whether it's on all these different social media platforms, I start to get all these conversations. But what I love about the CRM, because I get overwhelmed with the different conversations on these different platforms. And if any of you know me and you message me, you might know that takes sometimes a while to reply. And it's because I get overwhelmed. And I love the CRM, how it's all in one place, how all the conversations can be there. That chat sound, the chat widget, honestly, that's makes sense. And that's something I need to implement. Those templates, I think, were really cool. I have to go plan those templates because I didn't know. I was like, I wonder where that is. So I thought it was great. It gets me excited.
No, we have some new features that we just released too, that with our membership sites, now you can tie the membership sites to the communities. So we have our own little community plug-in. And so anyway, there's just a lot of stuff going on.
Did they talk about the communities?
Who's they?
Or wherever you got all this information from?
Oh, no, they didn't. No. They were just talking about, how do you solve the needs for small businesses who, need a platform like we have.
Yeah.
Right. So,
any
go ahead.
I was gonna say, any takeaways that anyone who's listening, are there any takeaways, any questions, any comments? What are you excited for? What do you want to dabble into I'd like to hear some feedback in the chat.
Yeah, I would like to see some feedback, and then I'll answer Daniel's question.
Mhm.
So Daniel, when you probably bought the package from Dan and Dwight, I don't think we even had the LaunchCart CRM.
No, we
So
didn't.
LaunchCart CRM is a whole new separate tech stack, and it's got a separate login and stuff, but we've done an integration with LaunchCart. And so that is a separate situation. But when you invest in LaunchCart CRM plan, you get LaunchCart e-commerce, which now we're separating LaunchCart e-commerce from LaunchCart CRM. You get LaunchCart e-commerce for free. It's bundled together. And the least inexpensive plan for LaunchCart CRM is $97. And then the most expensive plan currently is $297. And with any plan you get LaunchCart eCom. So if you're already paying for LaunchCart eCom and you upgrade to LaunchCart CRM, we'll cancel your payment on LaunchCart eCom, and then you'll just be paying for LaunchCart CRM. And LaunchCart CRM has some other cool features. So many cool features. It's too much to go over. It can be overwhelming for a lot of people. But again, the main reason that LaunchCart e-commerce store owners need LaunchCart CRM is for email marketing, text message marketing, reputation management is really good, and that social media planning, right, to be more visible. You can run your whole social media and schedule all your social media posts from one dashboard on multiple platforms. So you're not logging into Instagram and logging into Facebook and logging in here and logging in there and logging in here, and logging there. You have one platform, you connect all those accounts, and you post from one place, and you see everything from one dashboard. It really is efficient. Yeah, you brought the lifetime scale with of the e-commerce. So you would have to get the CRM. I'll text you, Daniel, and then if you want, you can set up a call with me. We can talk about if it's something you want to get the CRM, what it all comes with. And somebody who's invested in the lifetime scale, I'd be more than happy to offer you a really great deal on LaunchCart CRM. We like to take care of all of our customers. What's your last name, Daniel? Let me see. Okay. All right, cool. What other takeaways did you guys get from this? Give us a little feedback.
Yeah, what is the feedback? I've been using the CRM personally for, like, since I'm on social media constantly, I use it for automatic DMing, which is really nice. I don't know if anyone's familiar with ManyChat, but it's a ManyChat alternative. And then something else I've been using it is for my email marketing. So just like creating automatic emails in flows for anyone who opts into any of my email lists. And then the third top item that I've been using the most is the like lead magnet sites and pages. I've been doing it more so for my agency, but as I get more time, I will be doing that for Dope Mamas. And something that I want to do for Dope Mamas for a lead gen, and which I've been sharing to my students, is creating like a digital download, a digital product that I can offer for free relative to the niche that I'm in. And then I can, start promoting my merchandise to them. So Dope Mamas, I want to create, a digital download that I can market just to moms, and it'll be a freebie. And so I know as I'm, acquiring this list, they're all going to be moms. So when I start marketing them, like, hey, you bought this, or you got this free digital download from me. I also have merchandise that I think you're going to love. We've expanded into merch. So I think that's it's a great way as a list building strategy for our merch store users. Because I know sometimes people are like, what can I give away? Or what's a good strategy? And I'm like, digital downloads are awesome. Keith goes, I need to take advantage of the templates. I know, yeah, the templates are amazing. I love templates. And you guys know I love Canva, and I always push Canva, and more so because there's templates on templates. So you guys, there's so much you guys that you have availability, and it's just a matter of like doing it and taking action. And I know my dad mentioned earlier on this call that we've seen a lot of our community members over and over be like, I redid my store, I revamped my store, I redid my store. And I talk about it all the time. We have to let go of perfectionism. Perfectionism robs us from growth. It robs us from progress. It robs us from success. So our biggest advice, and I speak to myself because my dad knows it, when I was building out Dope Mamas, I took forever to launch it as well. And I was continuously revamping it. And I still sometimes do that and I have to catch myself. But it's like, just get going. You know, your brand is going to always evolve. So it's like progress, not perfection. Get going, take a consistent action, and let your brand evolve. You have to learn. You have to, you have to go get experience to update and transition into bigger and better. So that's my 2 cents on his comment that he shared earlier.
Yeah, cool. Hey, and thanks. I want to give a shout out to, here's what's so cool about the internet. So there's a one of our Launch Shops partners and friend of mine for years and years and years, Mark Garreau, is online listening from Kenya, Africa right now. And he moved down there recently. God led him down there, and he is going through the store building process of learning how to build stores. He's going to learn how to perfect it, and then he's going to take and help set up a I don't know how you call it down there, but it's I don't know what we're going to call it, but let's just say a classroom. He's going to set up, and he's going to start teaching people in Kenya that are making, I think he was telling me, like $30 a month, right? He's going to teach them how to build stores on Launchcart and how we can market stores on Launchcart and Launchcart CRM, and teaching them a skill set and a trade that can literally transform the community. And Candace, I told him about Fiona, and how Fiona had the orphanage down there with 800 students who wanted to do the same thing too. So he said he would help, try to drive that train too, if it makes sense. Yeah, school and IT systems, like a whole school down there. So thanks, Mark, for listening in. We appreciate it. It's awesome. Deidre. Good job, Deidre. Okay, last call for questions. We're going to wrap it up and get to work. I've got another call coming up. Crowdfunding. I'm still waiting for these legal beagles to hear the crowdfunding call. I want to give you guys a link in the chat right now. Let me send this link. And please, if you guys are saying, hey, I want to be an investor in Launchcart, please go watch this video and then fill out there's an indication of interest form. Go watch, and basically you're saying that, hey, I want to invest some money in Launchcart. And the minimum investment is going to be $350. So that's the minimum investment, is 200 shares of stock. So go watch that video, investors.launchcart.com/CF. And as soon as that crowdfunding campaign gets live, with the lawyers release it, then you guys can all go make your investments. So anybody else? I don't see any other questions coming in. So I will say thank you, everybody. We appreciate you. Oh, wait. Yes, Keith, you can share that link to potential investors. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, thanks for doing that, by the way. Yeah, share that link with anybody and everybody. All right, cool. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. Now, let me see my calendar. I missed yesterday because I was out of town. I do want to do another training tomorrow. I'm not sure what on, but same time, same place, 11 o'clock p.m. Pacific. We'll do another training tomorrow. We'll figure out what it is. I hope you guys loving it, and have a fantastic day, and do what we do. Wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude and tell somebody you love them. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.